Ready when you are.
What is your favorite cop movie or TV show?
Damn, you got me. Training Day.
What is the cringiest movie you've ever watched?
RoboCop.
RoboCop or Judge Dredd?
I was gonna say that's funny. That's the next question.
And I pick RoboCop though.
Mission Impossible
5
or
seconds.
007?
Mission Impossible.
Training Day or In the Watch?
Both of them.
What artists do you listen to before you start your shift?
Lil
right.
Durk, The Baby, Morgan Wallen, and Hardy.
Same time.
Yep.
Remember. Ready, set, go.
What is your favorite cop movie or TV show?
Courageous would be my favorite movie.
What movie or TV show you like?
I would definitely have to go RoboCop. It was crazy. All three of them though. Like, they got
three
worse
of
as yeah.
So this is easy for you then. RoboCop and Judge Dredd.
I'm gonna go RoboCop though over Judge Dredd. For sure.
Mission Impossible or 007?
Mission Impossible for sure.
Training Day or In the Watch?
Training Day.
Time.
What artists are you listening to before
At the
you
buzzer.
end your shift?
I would go Dustin Lynch, man.
Oh,
And what was that
All
artist?
Dustin Lynch.
Oh, nice.
nice. All right, he made 3. Mr. Hit It Again.
I gotta make some.
You got down 3-0. All right, he's down 3-0. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
If you could choose any superpower as a police officer, what would it be?
Predict violent crime.
Who is your favorite?
My favorite superhero? I'm gonna have to go with Black Widow.
If they allowed you to choose your police officer, what would you choose?
Hellcat.
What is your favorite sports team?
Jaguars.
Magic Johnson or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry. UC.
10.
Ray-Ban or Oakley's?
Oakley's.
Favorite donut?
Maple bacon, baby.
And
God, I suck it. I'm not a fighter.
if you could have any superpower as a cop, what would it be?
I would want to know who's in the car before I pull it over.
What's your favorite superhero?
Batman.
If they allowed you to choose your police car, what are you choosing?
Challenger.
Who's your favorite sports team?
Bengals.
Chad Johnson or Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase.
Magic Johnson or Steph Curry?
Magic.
Xavier or UC?
Xavier.
Ray-Bans or Oakley's?
Ray-Bans.
What's your favorite donut?
Place or type?
Ooh, type of donut.
I will go glazed ice with sprinkles, vanilla.
Still the winner chicken dinner, 3-1 ish.
Got a little something in there.
Hey, the newbie has won it. The newbie has won it.
Got
That's
something
awesome,
out here,
man.
you know.
No, good. So, gentlemen, we so much appreciate you all taking the time to come out here today. And again, most importantly, we appreciate what you do on a day-to-day basis, protecting and serving the communities that you service, and all of us as a whole. You know, as we think about safety, you know, any advice out there to people out there watching, what's some ways that we as a community or as individuals can help try to keep ourselves and others safer on a day-to-day basis?
I would say just think ahead. Like a lot of times people don't think about what's coming next. When I'm driving in traffic, I typically don't like to drive behind a vehicle that I can't see around because I want to know what's going to happen ahead of time. So kind of have some plans, like whether you know if you're getting in trouble or something's happening, who am I going to call? If you're in traffic and this car stops, what am I going to do if something's going on? There's ideas like that.
Yeah. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
There you go.
I always remember my teacher saying that in social studies in high school.
Absolutely.
What about you, Jim?
I'm gonna piggyback off what he said. Have a plan. In every one of my cars, I have a bag that if shit hits the fan, I'm grabbing it, and I have what I need to get myself home, get my family home. Carry a weapon. I mean, carry a gun. Everyone can do it. If you're legally allowed to do it, carry one. Bad guys have them, so why not have one yourself? And then the last little point that I'll say is anticipate, like he said, the bad stuff. Just anticipate just stuff going wrong and what you can do to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
And I will piggyback and say your cell phone is your best witness.
Yeah.
You got something going on,
Record
something
that video.
suspect, start recording.
Yep.
Start recording.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people want to tell you what happened. Cell phone tells the story that you know is not a lie.
That's true. The
'Cause
video don't lie.
unfortunately, in 2024, if it ain't on video,
It didn't happen.
Come on.
It didn't happen. I know. I keep trying to tell people I had a hole-in-one at Pebble Beach this one time, but nobody else believe me. Nobody will believe me.
In military training, they teach you your radio is your best friend because you need that if you ever get stuck in the jam. So it's funny that you say tell people to use their cell phone.
Oh, for sure.
And also, I want to touch on something you said. You see a lot of things involving kids or being the first to pull up on scenes. How do you all decompress after a long day?
you're looking at it.
Oh, golf.
Golfing.
Nice.
I mean, that drive on the way home too. I mean, just sit there and try to put everything behind you. I have a very short drive, unfortunately. I used to have about a 40-minute drive, so I could decompress from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, golf is a good outlet. Just having a conversation with your coworkers that went on the same call on the way home, like, hey man, you good? Yeah, all right. Just kind of bugged me. Because you know, us as men especially don't want to talk about it. So talking about it helps.
Nice. What about you? Same person.
I'm a music guy, I'm a workout guy, so having the opportunity to have that long drive sometimes and just decompress with some music is nice. Getting to the gym, move some heavy stuff around is nice. But also, you know, being able to talk to people is good. Like there's certain folks that I know I can talk to, like you said, other people that work that same call. Man, you can kind of decompress together. But also trusted family members, you know, you can kind of come, put the bag right there. And there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody like a therapist. Like some things are like that. Like every call is one you can just shake off. So knowing when you need to kind of take it up a notch in terms of who you're talking to is an important part of what we do.
That's good. I know you guys are both family men as well. How do you balance that, right? Because as sad as it is, maybe, but the reality is the jobs you all do are dangerous jobs, right? I think you spoke to it earlier. We wish every police officer could retire after 30 years and get that last ride, but not everyone gets that.
Correct.
So how does the career and family life balance as a police officer? And maybe talk to how you and your spouses or significant others talk through that.
But for me, work 12-hour shifts. So I work 7 out of every 14 days. So I'm off 7 out of every 14 days. So when I have off time, I make sure that my kids are already pre-scheduled into that. So they know, hey, it's gonna be me and you from this time to this time. It's gonna be me and your brother from this time to this time. So I make sure that they know they're on the calendar, and that way I can actually give dedicated time to checking in with them, getting into their thing, so they don't feel like, man, Dad's not got time for me. He's not interested in my thing. So keep daddy-daughter dates with me and my daughter, boys' night outs with my sons, and with my fiance. You know, she's a kind of staple in there every day. So she definitely is gonna take her time if I don't make it. So.
Congratulations on the engagement too,
that.
but that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. How about you, Drew?
I mean, kind of the same thing. You know, my off time is my off time. Younger cops especially, I was one of them. Always want to work. It was great because it was just me and my wife at the time. So didn't have any kids, didn't have to worry about daycare, picking them up, spending time with them. But now that I have 2 daughters, one's getting to the age where she's kind of understanding what I do. And she's always asking me questions, and she knows when I leave in a certain outfit, she's like, "You want to get the bad guy's daddy?" Yeah, sweetie.
I love that.
Be back in a little bit, but always making time for them. Like he said, they got to know you're there. They don't want to have a father who just works and is never present in their lives. So, and then wife and I, we schedule date nights weekly. We'll go, whether it's downstairs, workout. She's gonna kill me for that because we haven't done that one in a while. But whether it's going down to the basement and working out, or going and grabbing some margaritas at a Mexican restaurant, dinner, movie, something like that, we always try to make time for each other.
Kid changed everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They throw a big wrench in the schedule and the planning.
I will say it's been a consistent theme. Big Dogs, Kelly Cub, everybody we've talked to, they're very intentional in putting things on calendars with their family, and I think that was something that we picked up after now. We've been cranking out episodes. So
Google Calendar is your best friend.
I love that. That shared calendar.
We share it,
Absolutely.
and if we have something, I put it on there. That way, it can't be like, "Well, you didn't tell me." Well, honey, the calendar.
It's right there. It said, I may not verbally told you, but you should check the calendar. So, Well, you know, as we wrap up though, any advice or anything, you know, if you had to, you're working a recruiting booth or you're trying to get people to become a new cop, what would you tell, you know, somebody who's either on the edge thinking about it? What would your advice be to them if they're thinking about this career?
If you are a person who is easily distracted, or is a person maybe who feels like you don't want to get into an environment where it's the same thing every day, over and over, this is a job for you, because it's never the same thing every day. Like, it's never. Like, there are days that are very high paced and you're chasing the radio. There are days where it's very, very chill. There's days where you're running into situations where people got guns. The days where you are trying to stop somebody from harming themselves, or there's days where it's just, hey, you know, you're going into a school and telling people why they should be drug free, or like there's literally never the same day. Everything changes. So it's a work environment that's meant for people with ADD. It's a work environment that's meant for people who don't need
all those bad kids in school.
Yeah, desk job.
The best cop for the C students.
Totally. We need them.
Hey, I love
we
it.
need them.
Said C's are for cops, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there you go.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What about yourself?
If you're thinking about it, do a ride along. That way you can see, you know, ride along at busy agencies, ride along at not busy agencies. So you see both spectrums, because like he said, you're either chasing the radio, going call to call, or it's downtime. If you have any aptitude on wanting to serve and protect, I would say make the leap and go for it. You won't regret it. You get as much out of it as what you put in. So
I love it.
just understand you have to do a lot of training on your off time. They have to pay for some training, pay for some equipment that your department might not give you. But if you're thinking about it, just come right along.
How could somebody schedule or get involved in a ride along?
You just normally call a department and say, hey, I want to do a ride along. They'll have you sign a waiver, and then they'll put you with an officer.
Good.
Just like
Good
that.
to know.
That's how we do it.
I love it. Good. No, I think it's a thankless job, right? You know, most of us, our interactions with cops is getting pulled over for speeding or something, and we're frustrated. But then when we get in trouble, who's the first person we call?
Yeah.
The cop. And so what you guys do, you run into those dangerous situations, and you put others before yourself on a daily basis, and that's something that I know SD Nation appreciates so gratefully. So. Anything else before we let our guests go?
Nah, I don't got any. I just wanted to thank y'all for coming on and having fun.
Glad to
Hitting
be
some
here,
balls
man.
with us.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, we're going to have to do this again.
For sure.
You might have won, but I beat Malcolm.
I want something.
Hey, you won. You showed them how
Everyone
to
won
cut.
here except for Malcolm.
Yeah. Consistent thing. Nah, I'm just,
And
Right.
to be stereotypical, I got some donuts for y'all on the quick table. So
I don't think you got salted caramel or whatever.
Maple
I would
bacon.
take it.
Maple
Maple
bacon.
bacon.
So.
I would take it.
But I think we got some glazed.
Sweet.
But yeah, no, thank you all so much
Hey,
for your
donuts
time
are
today.
donuts, right?
That's right. That's right. So thank you all so much, SD Nation. Thank you all for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next episode.
nice. Cool.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
We got some more
Y'all
time
say
on the
probably gonna
simulator.
kill
so-
me out
I
here.
know. Yeah. So
Appreciate
if
you coming.
Jordan,
No
you want to
problem, man.
continue to get popped, we
Thanks,
got 30 minutes.
No doubt.